Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your June 2016 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I'm going to be using the Classic Tarot Art Nouveau. This is the premium edition, and it has beautiful artwork by Antonella Castelli. So I'm excited about that. Also, over on my Vimeo page, my on-demand page, I will be pulling a card from the adorable Witchlings deck by Paulina Cassidy. And that's going to be your spiritual guidance reading for the month over there. If you want to join me over there after this reading, you can click the link below. Just tap or click the arrow beneath this video. That'll open the details section, and you can find the link to my on-demand Vimeo page there. Also, now because we are about halfway through the year, it can be a good time to go back and kind of review, rewatch your 2016 yearly Runescope, which I posted in January. I'm going to include a link here. Just click or tap the little I, the info button here in the video, if you want to rewatch that when you're done watching your June forecast here. But yeah, it's just kind of a good time to take stock and see kind of how that has, what has played out for you in those readings, and what's yet to come. I am going to be posting over on Vimeo a mid-year check-in next month, so I will announce that next year. I'm working on those now, but yeah, that will be for July through December, just to kind of see what is yet to come for 2016. But let's jump in for June and focus on June right now for Capricorn and see which runes want to speak to you. As always, do check out the video for your rising sign as well to get some additional information or clarification on these very general sun sign readings. Of course, the only way to get a reading that's all about you is to schedule an appointment with me. I do readings on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. Just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U, and I will get you set up with an appointment, and we can take a look at whatever you're dealing with personally. But let's see in general, Capricorn, the energies with you guys here. Got a lot of people here in this reading. The focus or challenge of the month with Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse, you know, in the upright, it means generosity, people helping you, or you helping others, charity, giving back to the community, volunteering. So in the reverse, this can mean someone trying to take advantage of your good nature, either by trying to get money out of you or trying to use you in some way. You know, I think you're going to nip this in the bud pretty quickly. So, I mean, it could kind of come out of, for some of you, it could come out of nowhere. For others of you, you've been dealing with this. So for many of you, you already know what this is. This started in, you know, May or earlier. But you're coming into, yeah, I mean, someone maybe this could be as simple as like, you know, a credit card raises your interest rate. Or they start charging a fee, or your checking account used to be free and now they're charging a monthly fee, or something like that. Or a bill goes up, a monthly bill, a monthly utility bill goes up for no reason. This could also be a friend or family member or a group trying to get you to do something that you maybe don't have time for, or maybe you just, you know, you don't want to do. If you do volunteer, this can be like they're demanding too much of your time, or maybe you did volunteer to do something, but you didn't realize that it would take so much time or so much energy and effort, and it's starting to cut into maybe your family time, or it's starting to cut into, you know, your work time, and so you're going to have to cut down hours or something. So I would say watch what you volunteer for or to do in June. Capricorn, really kind of think about, you know, do I have the money to do this? Do I have the energy? Do I have the time to do this? For some of you, this may have something to do, this may be travel that you know, maybe a group of people want you to come visit them, or, you know, or you did have something planned and now you're kind of like, I don't really have the money. So you may have to back out, and they're trying to talk you into it, something like that. Trying to talk you into taking a trip that maybe you're reconsidering. You know, I don't know if I can afford this. Some of you, it may be a car, maybe a vehicle. You're buying a vehicle in June, and you know, someone's, you know, trying to get you to pay way more than it's worth. It could have something to do with a move as well, because we have 2 runes dealing with shifts, new dwelling places, new homes, moving. Could also be in work negotiations. Where you are, you know, negotiating a salary, or because you're changing jobs, but they're not, you know, being real generous. You know, they're not really wanting to play hardball. You know, maybe you've got a lot of experience in this field, and they're used to hiring people straight out of college, and they don't, you know, they're really having trouble getting up to a number that someone with your experience and education would accept. So I wouldn't give up. I mean, it does seem like you can work something out, but for some of you, this is going to be like a surprise. You know, for some of you, it's something you've been dealing with. You know, maybe something already kind of came out of nowhere and happened before, but you thought you'd handle it and you were done. There may be something left in June that kind of pops up and is disruptive and a little bit shocking to you. But I see you handling it, and you seem to have support from maybe family, friends. It seems like you'll get some good advice from the people that you're closest to. Maybe someone you know has been through this before, or, you know, or maybe they just share their experience and it kind of makes you feel a little bit better, or maybe gives you the confidence and the energy to deal with this in a more proactive way. But yeah, I kind of feel like those of you that had travel planned, you know, I wouldn't call it off just yet. I feel like some of you may go, you know, you'll find a way to go ahead and go. You know, you may have to, you know, maybe save a little bit once you get there. Like, you may have to stay at a cheaper hotel, or you may have to kind of finagle some things, or maybe kind of get your own food while you're there and make food instead of going out the whole time. There's a way that you can economize regarding, or maybe you're going to drive instead of fly. That's another thing. You're gonna drive a car instead of fly. Maybe you're gonna rent a car and go. So yeah, there's a way to if this is a trip you really want to go on, you can still make this happen. But yeah, so travel is highlighted. You know, it seems like you're gonna make it happen, even though you may kind of be reconsidering it. Now we also have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is normally associated with air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. So, and then we have the rune of Lagas, which is a very intuitive female, very psychic female. So this could be someone that is part of this group that you're going on a trip with. Maybe it is someone you're going to visit. Maybe this is a consultant, this person that you're getting some good advice from. Someone that you're talking to. This could be the person you're working out negotiations with for a new job or a new position. Could also be a real estate agent. Anyone who is in like kind of a consultant position. She's very wise and she gives excellent advice. Very knowledgeable person. So you'll feel like you're in good hands regarding, you know, whatever wisdom she does dispense. But this is also someone that you may just be, you know, spending time with, having a good time with. She may say something though that is very, because this is coming up next to her, it could be that this is a friend or a family member who just says something that is very, you know, she makes a prediction, maybe even though without knowing she's making a prediction, and then it comes true. She may say something kind of out of nowhere, and maybe in the moment you don't think anything of it, but later in the month you're like, oh my God, that was right. Or that turned out to be exactly what happened. Now the help that's going to be available to you, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. next to some very powerful relationship runes, love runes, Gifu and Ing. So those of you that have been unlucky in love, if you are single, if you've been looking and you haven't, you haven't really found anyone, or maybe you have, but it was the wrong one to find. Again, love is on the table, Capricorn, and I believe that came up for you last month. I know it's come up several times this year in your readings. So there can be a glorious new relationship on the horizon. Now for many of you, this could be someone that it did not start off all that great. So maybe it started off as, you had to work together and you didn't really like each other, but then it kind of, it sort of turned into a relationship, or it started off maybe you really disliked each other, and then it was just, there was that changed over time. So there's something about this that it was not the best beginning, or maybe you went out on a date with someone and it was a really bad date, or maybe something bad happened on the date. Maybe the car broke down, or you went to a casino and somebody lost all their money. That's what I always think of with the Wheel of Fortune. Because it literally means in the reverse, a reversal of fortune. So, and so maybe you took that as a sign. Oh my God, this bad, horrible thing happened on this date. I really need to get away from this person. But that's not the case. So maybe that happened and then you kind of lost touch, but then you ran into each other, and maybe you run into each other in June, and there's a reconnection here. So just, kind of be aware of that, Capricorn. This could be somebody that, or maybe it's somebody you just never saw as a romantic prospect. Or maybe it was a friend, and then suddenly, something's changing. Something's changing about that relationship in a good way, in a very good way. Now, I am going to say that sometimes these runes can mean a surprise pregnancy. So, what I always say, if you don't want to get pregnant, then definitely use one of the myriads of ways out there to take precautions regarding that. Because it may be one of those things where you find out and you're like, oh my God, this is the worst possible time financially for me to get pregnant. But Capricorn, you guys tend to over worry about finances anyway, tend to be kind of cheapskates sometimes. So make sure that there's really a problem. That may be tied in with this, six of coins, like, oh my God. And, in reverse, oh my God. This is just the worst possible time to get pregnant because of all the, I can't seem to negotiate enough money, or, they're trying to rip me off on this car and we need to have to buy a new car, or we're taking this trip. So just to be aware of those things in June. Capricorn, those of you that are coupled, I feel like, your help is going to be your partner for anything that you're dealing with financially. So again, kind of going back to this, someone trying to kind of pull, being kind of sleazy with a deal or negotiations on a home, a car, someone trying to take advantage of your time. If you, devote your time, or if you contribute to something, your partner may be the one who kind of handles it or takes over handling it. And, they're going to help you out with anything that you run into with that financially. Maybe it's your partner who helps you kind of see, you can still take your trip. We'll just work it, we'll take money out of here, or we'll put off, buying this, and we'll do that later. There's something that your partner's going to help you with financially, or help you see, get a new perspective on. What can't be changed, or actually what must be accepted? We've got the Six of Rods here. So the Six of Rods is about victory, getting recognition for your accomplishments, for your achievements. So this can be a graduation. This can be a promotion. For many of you, it's hidden from you, and it may be hidden from you for most of June what this pertains to, or that you're going to be getting an award, or that you're going to be getting recognition for something. Now, this could also be you taking part in recognizing the accomplishment of someone else. Again, graduation, a wedding, a birth. But it really kind of is like someone reached the end of something, and now they got, they've reached their goal, and they get, an award for that, or they're getting a party, or flowers, or something like that. So it's a celebration of sorts, for sure, but of an accomplishment. And I feel like some of you may not, you may not know at the outset of June that this is happening, but yeah, you could get an invitation, or, that of being invited to someone's surprise party or celebration. And, for some of you, it may be connected to this trip that was coming up. And this may be, you're kind of like, oh, I really want to go because it's important. I care about this person, or I want, but you may kind of be like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. You may kind of hold off on giving a final answer about that. But yeah, really, this is a good thing to have in the what must be accepted position. It just looks like you may have to put off deciding for a little while. Now, the outcome, the Seven of Rods, is here. I'm sorry, the Seven of Swords in reverse. So the Seven of Swords in reverse, upright, it's theft, someone being deceitful, someone trying to manipulate you, take advantage of you. In the reverse, it can be getting back something you thought was lost, or you have renewed hope in something that seemed like a lost cause. So again, anything that you thought, and for many of you, it may be connected to this situation where someone's trying to kind of, cheat you out of something, or really, asking for more money than something is worth. And maybe you're just like, what, forget it. And then they're like, oh, hey, well, wait a minute. Come on back. We can go for what you said, or we can agree on that as your salary, or with job negotiations as well. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. If they want you bad enough, they'll meet your number. So don't give up on anything quickly. But yeah, if someone's just trying to throw a clinker into a deal, or and this has been their pattern. Again, I think some of you've been dealing with this person for a little while, and they keep kind of throwing you curveballs about a deal when you thought it was done. It could be the same with a car, and this could all happen in just one day while you're car shopping. But yeah, I feel like just when you think, okay, I'm done, I'm not paying that, and walk out, you may get a phone call later. Hey, I reconsidered, or I looked at the numbers, or, or I talked to your boss, or this person who would be your boss or your manager, and we can work with that. So for many of you, this victory could be getting what you want. Could be getting, the house, the car, the salary that you're wanting, the help that you're wanting. That, I feel, is going to be a specific message for one or two of you out there. Maybe you are asking for help with something, either on the job or maybe within the family, help, transporting something. Maybe you're moving and you're needing people to help you move. And, someone maybe committed and said that they would, and now they're not, gonna come, or maybe they were bringing a vehicle to help you move, and now they can't make it. But then they tell you they can't, but then at the last minute, here they come. So it's kind of like everybody may be a little bit unreliable. Well, maybe a lot unreliable in June, Capricorn. And I think it's you, because that's not really your nature. But yeah, just people around you and people that you really need their help, or maybe you do depend on. It seems like, though, at the 11th hour, they're going to come through, though. Or you'll find a replacement for, you'll find a different job, or that's even better. Or you'll find, a house that you like better, or a car that you like better. You'll find someone else to help you move. Whatever the case may be, however it's manifesting for you, specifically in June, it really looks like overall a good month. So now for some of you, those of you that meet this, are kind of giving this person the eye in a romantic way. It could be that maybe something happens and you're like, okay, well, this is going to work out. And then it changes and you're like, oh, maybe they're not interested. I don't know. And you may be kind of stressing out about that. And just when you think that they're not, they kind of, again, something that you're like, okay, well, I guess that's not going to work out. Well, here, lo and behold, here they come again. Or here they're texting you again. So, yeah, I think at the end of June, it's like you're something you thought was over or something you thought was lost, you recoup it. It comes back to you. Someone or something or a situation. So an overall positive month, like I said. If you want to meet me over on Vimeo, I'm going to pull your card from the Witchlings deck by Paulina Cassidy, and we'll see what further advice and spiritual guidance we can get for you in June. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you back here next month.